Hello, my dear students. It's Dr. Yogesh Kumar Tiwari. This is my lecture number 4. We have discussed in plenty about rasa theory, and so many commentators they had got their own respective theories. They were not just on agreement whatever was written by Bharata. They just showed themselves in written form. And the beauty of this Natyasas lies in this fact that the Munis are asking questions and Muni is giving them the responses. I am repeating it just for the sake of recapitulation so that your memory can be sharpened. So in the previous lecture, I was discussing about the doctrine of rasa as which is to be well utilized by Kalidasa in his works, where Sakuntala is the best example how vibhavas, anubhavas and sthai bhavas are combined together. So, before discussing rasa in Kalidasa, Abhigyan Shakuntalam, it is important to know the sthai bhavas of the 8 sentiments. So, they are determinants, consequence, then the complementary psychological state and their nature of combination leading to the realization of rasa. Okay? So first of all, I would like to throw light on Sringar rasa in detail. As explained by Bharata, the sthai bhav of the erotic sentiment is love. Clear? That is rati. Then further, it is associated with the fullness of youth and originates when a relationship is tied up between a man and woman. The erotic sentiment, that is purified eroticism, not that negative one. The erotic sentiment is usually associated with bright, pure, beautiful and elegant attire. Bharata has divided this sentiment into 2 types, that is Samayog and then Vipralamba. Samayog is the rasa of union and Vipralamba is that of separation. So the determinants of Samayog, Sringaras are the blooming seasons like spring, rich ornaments, full bloom flowers, company of intimate fellow, etc. So the consequence and the erotic sentiment which is to be represented on the stage are the clever movement of the eyes, eyebrows, soft and delicate movement of the limbs, sweet and pleasant words, etc. So the consequence, Vipralamba, Sringar rasa are indifference, languor, then fear, then jealousy, then fatigue, then anxiety, yearning, drowsiness, dreaming, awakening, illness, insanity, epilepsy, then inactivity, fainting, death, other such conditions. In addition to Bharata's rasa of union and separation, the Viprayog and Ayog of Dhananjaya together correspond to the Vipralamba of Bharata. So, in Hashya, we were discussing about the Sringaras and we came to know how elegantly Bharata had incorporated so many characteristics of a personality of the persons who are to be staged upon, just inducing them the separate qualities one by one, which have been named right now. For example, the movement of limbs and sweet and pleasant words and all that. Further, I would like to express something about the Hasaras. It in an extensive way. The sthai bhava of the comic sentiment is laughter. Laughter is the best medicine. And it is aroused by the determinant such as the unusual dressing, when the person is wearing unusual, uncommon type of dresses, then the impudence, greediness, quarrel, some kind of comical quarrels are also there in society. We have come across strange movements of limbs, use of irrelevant words, then uncouth behavior and the like. So when these things are together, So Hasa Rasa is created. This particular sentiment is represented by the consequence, such as the throbbing of limbs, the nose and the cheeks, opening of the eyes wide or contracting them, then perspiration also, color of face, that is taking hold of the sides. So the complementary psychological states in it are indolence, dissimulation, then drowsiness, sleep, etc. So a hasaras, further, there are 6 type of hasaras, rasas. And that is the very reason that I wanted to extend my discussion on that. The first one is smita. It is the first kind of type of hasya. That is smita. It is the gentle smile which refers to the wide opening of the eyes. Then hasita, a smile is revealed by the slight showing of the teeth. If I start laughing and showing my teeth, then that is called hasita. Then vihasita, gentle laughter is heard by a soft sound, as heroines do in the films. Then upahasita, it is a ridiculous laughter. You are just trying to ridicule or berate somebody, and he started all of a sudden he started laughing, identified by the shaking of the head. Then apahasita, an uproarious laughter accompanied by tears. Then atihasita, and a convulsive laughter amounts to the shaking of the whole body. So these varieties of laughter also categorized for various class of persons. So I hope it will be very, very fruitful for you just to know the differentiation or the types of hasya rasa. Further than karun rasa, the sthai bhava of the pathetic sentiment is what? We have repeated it again and again. That is sorrow. It is aroused by the determinants such as suffering under curse. Suppose somebody has been cursed. For example, Krishna was cursed by Gandhari. So the Karun Ras was created there. Okay? So it's a separation of loss. Then the commotion caused by a particular happening, then the reversal of situation, death. Somebody has died. Definitely Karun Ras has got to be there. Then a captivity, fatal injury, and other misfortunes. You know the habit of misfortunes. When they come in a bundle. Okay? And all of a sudden the Karun Rasa is created. So this is shown on the stage by the consequence such as heaving of sighs. You are taking just sigh of not relief, but sigh of suppression, shedding tears, paralysis, lamentation, dryness of mouth. And the complementary psychological states are epilepsy, depression, languor, and indifference, then anxiety. Your mind is full of anxiety. Then further we shall be talking about the Raudras, and that is sthai bhava is what? This particular sthai bhava, the furious sentiment is anger. That is krodha. Krodha is very, very difficult, very, very dangerous. It identifies Rakshasas, Danavas, haughty men, and is caused by striking, cutting, mutilation, and fight in battlefield, as at the end of Mahabharata there was a prolonged battle, and merciless slaughter was there. So it is aroused by the determinants of indignation, rape, insult, false allegation, and exorcising, jealousy, then the threatening, I would say, the revengefulness, and like such kind of passions. So it is represented on the stage by the consequence such as biting one's lips. You started biting your lips. You are showing your eyes wide open. Your facial expression is all of the sudden changes. You start losing the color also. And some fluid is also coming to your in your mouth. So such kind of trembling, frowning, swelling, drawing of weapons, etc. These things are included in it. And the psychological state like indignation, excitement are there. It is more full of truly a sentiment full of conflict when the conflict is going on in the mind. This particular rasa is there. Veer rasa, the sthai bhava, the heroic sentiment is what? Energy. That is utsaha. It is aroused by the determinants such as determinants. What is determinants? Vibhavas, such as good conduct, determination, perseverance, courage, infatuation, diplomacy, and aggressiveness, etc. It is to be shown on the stage by the consequence such as heroism, firmness, patience, pride, energy, diplomacy. Okay? So the psychological states include pride, contentment, firmness of purpose, judgment, then agitation, not hesitation, agitation, then indignation. Then the bhayanak ras, the word itself tells you about this. The sthai bhava, the terrible sentiment is what? Fear, bhaya. So this is aroused by the determinants such as the loss of courage, sight of ghost. All of a sudden you come across a ghost. Have you seen ghost? If you happen to see that, then your whole existence starts shivering, and that particular feeling or emotion is called bhayanakas, and that ras is created in that particular dangerous situation. Crying, a terrible cry of jackals and owls, staying in the lonely area of house, etc. So it is represented on the stage by consequence such as trembling of all the limbs, sweating, vomiting, etc. And the complementary psychological states are depression, distraction, agitation, then paralysis, perspirations, etc. Then vibhats rasa. And what is the sthai bhava of the odious sentiment? That is disgust. Then the situation, some of the situations come in your day-to-day life that you are just about to vomit. Such scenes come across, such happenings take place, that you can't help yourself vomiting. So that kind of feelings are there. It is aroused by the determinants such as disgusting sight, taste, bad smell, stinking, sounds, very terrible sound, which create uneasiness and suffocation to the spectators. It is the stage in the form of consequence like contraction of the mouth and eyes covering, or the nose, unnecessary touching the nose, the vomiting, etc. The psychological states are agitation, then the delusion, then apprehension, then sickness. Then the eighth one, very, very important, that is Adbhuta Rasa. And it says sthai bhava is what? Astonishment, that is Vismaya. Oh, what a starry night it is. When you happen to see so many stars twinkling on the sky, all of a sudden you can't help yourself speaking. You go on speaking about the beauty of those twinkling stars. Or all of a sudden, if you happen to visit Agra and you have not seen Taj Mahal, then you'll be amazed. So that sthai bhava of astonishment is aroused there. Okay? So it is caused by determinants like the supernatural elements, illusory magical acts, and some kind of a very, very refined sculpture. And it is shown on the stage by consequence like exclamation. I just gave an example. Due to surprise, then weeping, then trembling, then stammering, sweating also. So it's psychological states. It comprises is what? It is full of a typical kind of expression, recognition of the things, then sudden arousal of very, very surprising elements. So many critics accept only the 8 rasa which have been elaborated in Bharatanatyam Shastra. But there is an inclusion of 9th also. That is sthai bhava is sama. It has been accepted as sthai bhavas of what? Sant rasa. So the Sant rasa is rejected by many of the critics on the ground that it is contrary to the teaching of Bharatas. So Bharata has enumerated the bhavas to be 49 and Sama is not one of them. So that Santarasa is just indicates the tranquility. When your mind is just calm, no ups and downs, no negativity, no positivity. There is no inclusion of either subjectivity or objectivity, either in the mind of spectators or in the mind of the person who is acting on the stage. All around there, the things are, the atmosphere is tranquil. I am aiding with my own self, from my own self. That is called Santarasa. Okay? So I hope this discussion you must have enjoyed, and so many confusions as far as the rasa theory is concerned and on in its application must have been clarified, and you would certainly find it very, very fruitful and very, very improvising for yourself, because you know there is always room for the improvisation. Just go on, it's a kind of recapitulation, just to go on listening to these lectures again and again. And if you find any difficulty, you can just contact with me also. I am not far from your reach. Thank you very much.